Our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh. Today we want to go over Deuteronomy chapter, let's see, 28 and 15. Because in this chapter right here, it talks about if you obey the voice of the Most High, what would happen? And if you do not obey the voice of the Lord, what will happen? So let's start off if we don't listen to the voice of the Lord, what will happen? It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken," the word hearken means listen, "unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." So the curses overtook the Israelites and led them into captivity and led them to being oppressed and basically uh, basically being ruled over by other nations. Okay, so some of the curses from the video I did earlier, I was talking about some of the curses um, that the Most High had put on His people. Okay, so no matter where we at in the world, the Most High, we are all a cursed people. If you see a bloodline goes back to being Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so it says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." Okay, so we cursed in the cities. Majority of the Hebrew Israelites are in poverty. You know what I mean? It says, "And cursed shall thou be in the field." You know, no matter uh, what job or what job title you hold, you still a cursed person. We still a cursed people. Okay, some of us might make more than others, but we don't really own nothing. So we're cursed in the field, in the work field. Even our ancestors was cursed in the cotton fields, sugar fields, the sugar cane fields, and all those. It says, "Cursed shall thou be in thy basket and thy store." So when you go to the store, majority of the time, the Israelites barely have enough to pay for food in their baskets. It says, Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou come in, and cursed shall thou be when thou go out. So no matter where you at, coming in your home, going out your home, we are all cursed people. It's something that we just cannot run from. And it's blessed to have the understanding and knowledge and wisdom to know um, why we're in these situations. It says, "Cursed shall thou be." So like verse 20, it says, "The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and for to do until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me." Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. So this is why we went under these curses for not listening to the Most High. But the Most High said, if we listen to Him, this would happen. verse 28 and 1, it says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou hearken, listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy God, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." Okay, so if the children of Israel was to listen and keep the commandments and come back to the Most High and His truth in these latter days that we're in, the Most High said that He would put us above all nations. Okay, because right now the children of Israel are below the nations. Okay, other nations of people are, you know, above us, especially in Babylon. Okay, so these are some of the curses that the Most High put on us, on His people for not listening. But He said, if you do listen and come back to me, uh, He will set you on high above all nations. See, so this is why we want to get come back to the Most High truth and worship Him in His truth, so that we can be above all nations. Right now, the 12 tribes of Israel are scattered uh, uh, in the lands that the Most High uh, scattered them to until this day. So we're waiting on the Most High to return to um, get His people, redeem His people. Okay. So the Most High say some of these people, they should lend to you, but you won't be able to lend to them. So let's read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 44. It says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." So right now, the so-called Edomites are the head, and the 12 tribes of Israel are the tail. Okay, but the Most High said He was going to reverse it, and He was going to take the curses off of us and put on 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 them, and He was going to raise us up through His word and truth by the prophets, and we would stand back up on our feet. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, to keep His commandments and His statutes which He commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever." See that? So these curses was put on the children of Israel, and said they was going to be put on our seeds, our children. So this is why uh, the so-called children of Israel went through those generations of curses for not listening to the voice of the Most High. It says, "Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore